Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and this is part 10 of Let's Plague the Letter. Now, this playthrough is blind, but at some point, whenever I get to the end of this story, I'll have to go back through and see what all the others paths we can take are. So, let's have some fun, shall we? She brushes off a lock of hair from off her shoulders, stands up, and meanders around the length of the cell for whatever space it would allow. And as if this is just a simple stroll in the park, I should make sure this is recording. Let's take a look here. Yes. Nevertheless, I try to make myself small against the corner. Any closer will be crossing each other's personal spaces. Frankly, that's more than I'm comfortable.
Be that as it may, they have cameras here too. How are you going to explain that when they check?
Well, let's set this down. I'm gonna drink some more tea.
Doesn't matter, dear.
Got some sweet tea. It's Gold Peak.
It does. Your popularity ain't going to give you any kind of immunity from the law. I appreciate the visit, but I'd rather not see you get into trouble.
Oh, I don't think you understand your situation, Zach. But just as I'm starting to think, I finally reasoned with her.
You don't want to get out of here.
Of course I do. But you don't have to do anything. It's my fault. I'll find a way out of this mess.
You did bring it to yourself.
This really is just a misunderstanding, Hannah. I didn't mean to trespass. If you'll just listen to the whole story, you'll know I didn't mean to do it.
I'm really disappointed in you.
Okay. Let's see where this goes. Taking bets. Is he gonna die here? Yeah, she has every right to be angry, but... You're... Really... She broke into your jail cell. You're even. You're like, oh, you broke into her house? She broke into your jail cell. Her home. Well, this is now your home, and she broke into it. Ash breaks in your house all the time. He broke 13 locks. You. She indeed smiles. Are we going to get a super creepy smile? Yeah! You need more sunlight, Mrs. H.
Breaking into our home. Disturbing my love in his sleep.
Well.
You've upset my Prince Zach. You've really upset him.
You're going to die, Zach. Badly. Panic swells in me, ripping up my spine. Irrational? I know. You shouldn't feel this way about anyone you know. Oh, you don't know her. You haven't met this Hannah. But here am I, backing away, trying to keep an ample distance between the two of us. I'm afraid. Wholly afraid of her. Are we getting a quick time event, or are we just gonna die? Saint Hannah. Bars rattle as soon as my shoulders hit it. You're gonna die, Zach. My hindrance not to freedom, but to safety.
Has anyone ever told you how beautiful those eyes are?
Oh, she's gonna cut your eyeballs out, buddy.
Nana? Occasionally my sister. Hannah? You alright?
She laughs, a deranged little thing coming from her. There's no cheer in it, no warmth, only spite.
Makes me want to take them home, wrap them in those pretty ribbons I have in my vanity.
Yep. Well,
I'm pretty sure my prince would love it, don't you think, Zachary? A little gift from me.
I think he would prefer a bunny.
Stay away from me!
You can get him a bunny rabbit. She moves in short, sudden, bone-crunching twists that are too painful. I want to look away, but I can't. I'm screaming for help before I know it, jostling the bars with as much force as I could.
Somebody! Get me out of here! Anyone, please!
Bugger off! Some people are trying to get some sleep here!
No! She's here! You've got to let me out! She's gonna kill me! Someone! She's...
Oh, you poor thing.
I feel very strongly that I get to disagree with you. What was that picture? I missed part of it. I assume this is Ash's room because considering I didn't follow typical office hours, really can't expect me to go. Okay, so I was right. She is a lesbian. Nothing wrong with that, but good for her. I can't say any of the women in this game are unattractive, except for the ghost girl. I would not stick my dick in that. Okay, one moment. Okay, that's okay. That being said, that is a really nice, what would you call that? Portrait?
Now, if only he has the
Canvas.
full shilling when it comes to the time.
So we're obviously going to get a bad ending here. Ah, this must be when you get notified by Hannah. This is a big client. I'll babysit with you. Ah, this is when you find out about... We'll say this. Marianne is cute. Though I'd say out of body types, I think I'd say Hannah's is the best looking. Yep, it's about Hannah Wright. Ermengarde Mansion. So our probably final ending here is going to be a bad ending because Zach died. But as I open the mail and see that I've been requested by the client specifically, well, I certainly didn't expect that, and it's pretty straightforward too. The Hannah Wright.
$2.5 million and an expensive-looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Well, that's good. Yeah, regardless of its show or not, if it helps people, it helps people. It's good for them. Are you getting turned on by Hannah? Yes, you are. Ha ha ha. Or if I am to be as crass, a pinup for glamour. Okay, I'll be real in men's magazine. She sure knows how to rock that dress. She does. 10 out of 10. Wait. Her hair, her eyes, her lips. She can't be her. Her? Who? And this time she is her, several years older. Have you met her before? She looks just like... Oh, come on, Matt. The world is full of pretty... An ex of yours? It's just a coincidence. A shake of my head, I snap out of it. Or does it look like your favorite anime character? Does she look like your waifu? Have you met the real-life version of your waifu? Hey, for everyone out there, if you're a, if you have a anime waifu that you
I'm
think's
so sorry, Cam. I'm on
really
my way.
cute, and you actually met a person in real life that looked just like your waifu, how would you feel? Same way if you had a husbando. How would you feel if you met someone who looks like your anime crush? I don't care about what gender or sexuality you are. Whatever your crush is, whatever your, anime waifu or husbando is, tell me in the comments below. If you met someone in the real world who looked just like your anime crush, or just, and it's not even a cosplay, it's just how they look, how would you feel? Would you tell them? Would you ask them out? Maybe they'd like to go for a cup of coffee. This place is a bit somber, almost like what you would expect at an airport. A bar should never be your home away from home. Was this Trans-Siberian Orchestra? Does anyone know what song I'm talking about? I rather like that album. It's got a lot of snow and a Christmas tree. It's really cool. What about the singing? Well, I think most people do. That's it. Well, it helps you get over being nervous. Well, that's the end all, people.
Of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am, and in the prison of my heart I was my only slave. But in the depths of my cold soul,
I see.
I'll leave
Good
the
job.
burden and despair.
I'm trying to think, it reminds me of something.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
like a nostalgic feeling. I don't know what from, but it's pleasant.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell. Cowardice is easier than being brave.
Oh wow, she really is a good singer.
But at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you.
That actually would be a much preferable letter than
'Cause
one
people
had.
can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
Again, I know I've said it before, but the artist who drew this, it's absolutely amazing. And the way it's animated ever so slightly. And like I said, the singing, it's a nostalgic feeling.
That song
But-
was for Cam, our lucky bride to be. So give her a hand, Galway shawl.
Well, way to go. That was amazing singing. I am a great fan of that. It was a very... Oh, I don't care if that was a little off key. It was beautiful. I'd like to hear more of that. Let's have some more tea.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone! A round of applause!
That was so good. You rock, Marianne.
Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can hold a tune, Marianne. A toast to our
Oh, I
shameless
can't
drunk
either. Don't feel
singer.
bad.
May your drinks
I sound like a
forever
dead
flow
cat
and
when
your
I start
notes
to
be
sing.
ever lovely.
If
Especially that's
anyone
one point I used
deserves
to
a
be a
toast
choir when I
tonight,
was younger.
that's Cam. Finally
that
sealed
was
the deal
middle
after
school.
3 years, eh?
Read 'em and wait, bitches.
Let's see.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am. But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Of course, if something like Harana's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more like a yoga instructor, I can't be happier than my friend right now.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Well, we both will be there for Cam, won't we, Haruna and I? Haruna, it's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person, even loaning me money over the studio. And she didn't deserve what her husband had pulled. I assume he cheated on her. I'm sorry. That's really bad. I'm happy she's smiling again and pigging out like she used to. I think we all missed our Japanese firecracker. I'm kind of hard placed, like what everyone's ethnicity is in this. I think it's just drawing styles. It's not that it's bad, it's just the artist has a very distinct style when it comes to the eyes. Not that that's bad, I think the eyes are very beautifully done. My lucky D20 died with me on that day. Oh, I gotta. And it definitely didn't have anything to do with I gotta read the backlog. I missed a part. We met in yoga class, something I joined myself, honestly. Clearly it worked like a charm. Definitely had nothing to do. I brought my lucky D20 die with me on my first day. No, sir. So Marianne is into Dungeons and Dragons and all sorts of anime stuff. So our interior designer is much of a big of nerd as I am. That's really cool. Let's hop back into auto, shall we? Let's move this over. I love these girls so much. But yeah, I
What
really
about
am.
you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Oh, come on. That's a lame excuse and you know it. You need a man who'll take care of you and you need it now. Maybe some hunk who'll be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
Well, you don't need someone to take
Look at me,
care of
I'm
you.
Mariam
Just
McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
mention druids and demons once. They don't even know the rules or understand the druids and demons. I'll say this, you really don't need someone to take care of you, just need someone that makes you happy, that's it.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right. Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
That would explain some things. Howdy now, you don't have a ring anymore. Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone.
What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
But the more I deny, the louder the tease until the other people in the pub start to watch. It doesn't help at all. Haru drapes her arm over my shoulder and leans in.
Will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
I think I would feel the same, given the fact that I've been single for quite a while, if a beautiful woman were to, be that close to me, teasingly and flirty. I mean, I don't think I would be able to contain the amount of shades of red my face would be. You're just expecting them to forget it after their hangover.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
Oh God, I was right. He did. She was drunk. He probably doesn't remember. Well, he should have an immunity to it. The man's been drunk every night for the rest of time. But she's drunk, and even though she's not into guys, she's drunk. And they were just teasing her about. But he did know her, but it was from a one-night stand. And they just happened to have a very odd time. He actually does think he owns the world, and he's a dick.
Hello there, sexy.
His name is Whiskey.
Please don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see. Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
Wait, why are you here? Aren't you always working? Really? All those times you tell people that you're off working?
In the sheets, sex on the beach. I'm talking cocktails, of course.
You're a terrible husband. Am I getting a choice?
Oh no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
What does AMF mean? Okay. Against my better judgment, I'm looking that up. Everyone online's like, no! No, Lunar D8! Don't go on Google! Wait, what was it again? AMF? Okay, I can't remember what it is. AMF. For some reason, that makes me think of America's Funniest Videos with Bob Saget. But yeah, AMF. What is that? I'm going to go to Google and type in what does AMF mean. Yeah, what does that mean? Adios, motherfucker. Oh wow, I hadn't heard that one before. One typically says this when one has caused an object to go for a long distance or the wrong location. Game of golf. Okay, so it means adios, motherfucker. Neat. Well, back to Otto then. How is he only 21? Oh. He's lying his ass off. He's probably like 38. But what about his hair? Meanwhile, Mint, as he has come to call me, is 29 and I'm... That's why he referred to her as Mint. Professional chocolate taster? Because fuck it, I'm going to lie about my job. Might as well make it fun. It's a pretty decent chat between two drunk strangers. Maybe it's just me, but we might as fucking well expend a tiny amount of effort in pretending there's something meaningful in this meeting. Would have been nice too if it was just left at that. You're going to wake up. But during a lull in the conversation, he brings it up. You're gonna wake up, and you're gonna be naked in bed with him.
I've never been with a woman taller than me.
Never have and never will, whiskey. Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
No, enough of the history lesson. Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
You are a terrible husband. You are married. I can't tell if he's actually wearing his ring right now.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
Nope, he's not. I don't see it. So she had taken out a knife and gouged out her own eyes? What?
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Impressed with her devotion, God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. He has a peculiar sense of humor, doesn't he? What is the moral of this story?
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle
Kept her eyes in a chalice! Why? The story makes no sense. It's like the old German fairy tale. What happened? Oh, a little girl left the house. Then an owl ate her face.
My
The
face
end.
isn't too
What
harsh
is
to
the
you.
moral?
Won't take
What
care
is
of
the
you if it
point
ends
of
up
this
being too much.
story?
And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream. You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
How did that work? Okay, at least you didn't sleep with him, thank you. But he's obviously a dick. Really? Really? Come on. Why? I am so confused. Why did you bring him here? What? What script? I feel so lost. Wow, the script is you want it to be a one-night stand, never see him again. Irish Castle. I'm so lost. I don't understand what's happening.
Wait.
What is it now?
Yes, what is it now? Let's not fuck the married man.
We're both drunk.
And?
This is wrong. Don't you think it's a bit fucked up that we're about to have sex and we're just calling each other by the drinks that we had? How messed up are we?
Doll, shut up with the ethics and morality talk. It is seriously putting me out of the mood.
If you want to leave now, Whiskey, I understand. I mean, with how smashed you are, it'd probably be best for you to sleep the night unless you want to be mugged. But I won't stop you. And this isn't going to happen.
Bloody hell.
You have a wife.
What are you doing then? You have a guest in your home. Put the damn kettle on.
What the
Line tea if you have it. But I suppose all you have are those shitty tea bags from the
So,
store.
you're still staying? That is absurd. Wow. Korean ginseng and lemon balm, no dandelion. What would you say?
Just so you know, whatever is going on right now is a lot stranger and fucked up than the one night stand.
We are two messed up individuals by your logic.
Everything is messed up, if you ask me. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones and loved lost. Oh, this whole world is a cesspool.
You're married. That means when Hannah was complaining to you that your husband didn't love her anymore, Hannah's like, yeah, I remember your husband trying to fuck me. Bottle of painkillers. Okay. So technically there is a version of the story where he did fuck her, but... So I actually guessed the scenario correctly when I was like, they must have fucked. Because technically that's a possibility. And at that point in the story, well, nothing I can do. They're assuming. What sort of person does that?
Rich people.
Redhead's probably Rebecca.
Hello, sailor. Why don't you come to Mama?
I think I had this first, miss.
You have not met angry Rebecca.
This isn't exactly light reading, miss. I mean, do you even know which architect was at the forefront of 18th century Irish architecture?
The answer is yes.
Edward Lovett Pierce, who established the Palladian style through his work with Castletown House and the Irish Houses of Parliament. This bridge was destroyed in this year to delay French troops while under the regency of Mary of Guise.
Going right to the obscure ones, aren't you? Easy enough. Tullybody Old Bridge in Clackmannanshire, Scotland, on the January of 1560, if we want to be specific.
You made a friend.
Marianne McCulloch, my desire for potatoes doesn't quite match what the stereotypes suggest.
Rebecca Gales, the Scots' supposed hatred for the English wasn't enough to stop me from teaching their little spawns.
So they're supposed to be Irish and Scottish.
History teacher, then?
Got it in one.
No wonder you gave me a run for my money. Now, if we're talking about architecture, I'd blow you out of the water. You're from where? Luxburn Uni?
Oh no, just St. Goretti's.
It's a horrible name for school. What is is Goretti a real person? Or is that just made
And
up?
I'm guessing you're an architect, if you're so confident about the subject.
Interior designer, Miss Gales.
Please, just call me Rebecca. You aren't one of my students, are you?
Marianne, then.
So, I've never seen you before. I'd like to think I've met every history aficionado in town.
I blame the rock I've been hiding under, of course. That, and I'm usually only here on the weekdays.
apparently he's a real dude.
Work often has me meeting clients on the weekends.
Though,
that
considering the
must
fact
be
that
interesting.
Gore is in his
It
name.
allows for some creative freedom, sure. But it's like working with children sometimes.
Woman.
Though you probably
Teresa
have it
Goretti.
harder working with actual children.
Virgin
The
Martyr
hardest
Catholic
part is
Church,
convincing them that your idea is their idea.
youngest saint in Canada.
That sounds exciting.
It is!
Farmers.
But isn't that true for any workplace,
Dad died when she
though?
was 9.
We just cross our fingers and hope there aren't any man-children in charge of important things.
Oh.
Any
She
big
died when
projects
she
right now?
was 12?
I can't imagine that interior designing is a frequent thing.
Well, that's
I'm
sad.
working on the Ermengarde mansion.
You
Like
die when you're
me.
12.
That mansion. Inta. Wonderful.
she's considered a martyr.
breathtaking.
People
I
murdered
can't
a
wait to
fucking
start on it.
12-year-old.
Now that is beautiful architecture.
So, do you have a portfolio or anything I can take a look at? I'd love to see your designs. Maybe you have some on a tablet.
Okay, let's see. One afternoon, some 20-year-old guy made sexual advances. She refused to submit to him. She was 12, though, right? She was taken to the hospital but died forgiving him. He stabbed her 14 times. What? What? Well, that's fucked up. So, he raped her, stabbed her 14 times, and she forgave him as she was dying. What the fuck? Well, people are fucked up.
I've met some designers before, and they're always going crazy over these virtual room apps or another.
A tablet? Please. Callicrates didn't need those silly iTabs when he built the Parthenon. I certainly don't need one to design a house.
They are not. Well, it actually helps when you're in a social situation. Like, say, if you're in a place where people don't want to talk to you, it at least allows you a way to...
I do have an online portfolio
awkward.
if you'd like. I can...
Marianne, a little bit about your face. Changed a little there. Made me a little concerned.
Well, is something wrong? Lunch at the coffee house? Sure, I can make it. I'm not too far. I can be there in 10. Sorry, I have to go and meet with some friends.
The letter, the story that lets you know everyone has their own life.
No need to even apologize.
About the book.
You know, I'm busy with work, so I might not even be able to take a peek at it anytime soon. You can go ahead and have it, but you'll have to ring me up when you're returning it just so I can snag it right away. Deal?
Deal. Just message me during school hours, of course. You have a good day then.
You too.
Yeah, you did make a new friend. Good for you. How to deal with assholes professionally. Luke Wright just takes a fucking cake and probably manages to eat it too. Is that a masturbation joke?
Marianne McCulloch, Charlie Rose Design speaking.
Rose Cooper here, Miss McCullough. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad
You're
time,
still alive!
but I just wanted to check in and tell you that we've got the clear to hand over the documents. Madam Wright told us that we should forward the floor plans to you. So, if I can just have your email, I'll be sending them your way.
I'd actually like a physical copy of the floor plans.
Oh, I suppose that's fine. I'm not at the office right now, but I can inform Miss Santos of your request.
I'll make sure to drop by the office after lunch if that's fine.
Not a problem. Right. Well, cheers.
Right. Cheers.
The story is very well done, but sometimes it's hard to follow. But that's not the story's fault, that's my fault. You know what? We have not seen Luke see anything. We have not seen Ash see anything. We have not seen Becca see anything. And we have not seen Marianne. We have not had Mint see any supernatural things. '18th time, nothing wrong with that. You enjoy a good story, you enjoy a good story.
La blessure se trouvant sans aucune sorte de conséquence.
French really does sound like a romantic language when done that way. I think it depends on the voice. A beautiful female voice, I think really works.
Still a lot better than working on another condo, at least.
That is kind of how that works. And that definitely is how that works as well. But yeah, Mary, you haven't met the ghost yet. What was everyone's first encounter? Obviously, Isabel's first reaction was in the attic. And Hannah's first sighting was that mirror. I think Zach's first sighting was through his camera when he was trying to take a picture.
I presume that Miss Cooper told you why I'm here, Miss Santos?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just got back from lunch, you know? But it won't take too long, don't worry.
Of course it won't. This whole project has established itself to be a matter done in haste. I do hope it doesn't mean that people are being careless in their duties.
It's still weird looking at Isabel from this angle, because when we started the game, we were Isabel. She was the first protagonist that we were identifying with. So seeing it from another person's perspective is still going to feel weird. So because she is who we were used to being.
You know, we usually just email these things.
I prefer the real thing.
That cat.
I know what you mean. Digital painting is nice, but nothing beats the smell of real paint. Not that I go and smell paint like a crazy person, but, you know, the real thing is different.
Yes, nothing is quite like the real thing.
Can't say I'm really familiar with Jacobian style aside from what I'm seeing in this game.
I feel a bit silly saying it out loud because I've never lived in a big house, let alone a mansion. But during the tour, I had the distinct impression that the rooms were bigger. Maybe the scale is wrong? It's not much of a problem.
Does this
And
mean
it
that
is
there
no
are
house.
hidden rooms not shown on the plans? We got a parlor, a foyer, dining hall, music room, basement hall, another hall, a gallery. You know, like, what's the point of like all these rooms? Okay, you got master bedroom, quarters, theater, study room, bedroom, Are you kidding me? This is so much of a waste of space. Why would you build a home this way? Like this, like so much of a waste everywhere.
So, do you want a coffee? The one from the staff room is pretty decent.
There's really no need. I'm sure you have rules against it.
Rules against bringing someone coffee? That's ridiculous. And even if there were regulations against it, nobody's really here to tell Sir John. I've already brought 2 mugs, and I'm not going to drink them on my own. Come on.
She's trying to be nice.
Yes? You have something to say?
Just thinking and speaking off the record, it must be fun what you do. You go to people's houses and you make them, well, pretty. You're sharing art with them.
It's a little bit more complex than that. But if you put it that way, it is fun. I wouldn't have done it for 7 years if it wasn't a little bit fun, I guess.
These big clients always have paintings in their homes. Do you have a supplier for these?
Oh, I'm waiting until you see the ghost.
The clients usually support artists of their own choice. If they don't, I'm always happy to refer those that I know.
That's cool.
They're very picky. I don't think a hobbyist will have an easy time getting their work.
Hey, I'll have you know I was a student of the fine arts.
And yet here you are, selling property. Maybe you weren't a very fine student of the arts.
Yeah, you did take that too far.
It's not like I had a choice.
Now, I remember seeing that there was an achievement for seeing her art book. Is it gonna be like fucking full of like killer shit? You know, like, oh, she was really the ghost all along killing everyone? I don't know.
Well, if you're thinking of commissioning your paintings, I'll have to see your work first.
Oh, it's not... I didn't mean it like that. I don't have any paintings.
Really? You sounded a lot like you still did art or want to. Now I'm starting to worry that you might just like the smell of paint.
I'm not a paint huffer, sheesh. I just mean I don't make much anymore. I don't really have the time for it. The tools and materials aren't exactly cheap either.
Everything has a price. It sounds like you're making excuses for something you're presumably passionate about.
No.
If you really want to practice art, a little out of your wallet isn't much.
It's not that simple.
It's not? Life's simple. People just like to make it complex. Speaking off the record, I have some advice for you, kid. Either go for what you want, or stop thinking about it when you have something else. That is unless you enjoy making yourself miserable, then by all means.
You know, if you wanted to look at the floor plans without me bothering you, you could have just said so.
Would you have left me alone?
We'll never know now, will we?
But since there's an achievement saying looking at her art book, I'm assuming that her art isn't exactly PG. I assume that she's like, oh shit, I don't have any art. Yeah, it's totally not like it's not safe for work. Let me make sure it's recording. Yep. I'm just waiting for when you first see the ghost. By the way, does anyone out there care that I'm not reading this all the time anymore? I just sort of... I think we're coming up on the death of Rose. I think the ghost is showing up to people in the order that, you know, Rose showed it to people.
I do apologize if I kept Mr. and Mrs. Wright waiting, but I'm here now and I'm ready, so if I may, where are they?
They've just woken up, but they should be down soon. I'm surprised to see you made it through security. And only 5 minutes late.
You said I'd be through security soon, and it took half an hour. Define soon in this context.
I'd make myself comfortable if I were you. I'm going to go and put the kettle on.
About the tea, I don't want to intrude or anything.
The sir does not like being woken up by the whistling. But who am I to deny tea to a guest?
I don't think I've seen a couch like that ever in my life. Let alone one that big. Okay. Check it out. Let's get our ass kicked.
Excuse me, but where's the loo?
I feel like this is a great time to see a ghost. Okay. Yeah. Saw the radio twitch. Why would a radio twitch? Okay. Where is the ghost?
At 7 in the morning, students found a fifth year dead. Assumed to have fallen from her dormitory window. Authorities are investigating the possibility of foul play.
Oh, it's the girl you like, but she killed herself.
Reporting
What's
from
that?
St. Samthins, Shane McLaughlin of Galway Bay, AM.
Oh, hi there. Well, that was a short-lived jump scare. Oh, hey, Whiskey.
Oh,
What's
don't
up?
tell me you're reporting to work drunk, Mint.
Marianne McCullough, hammered on the job? That would be something.
Wouldn't dream of it, Whiskey. You're allowed to be if you wanted, though it's a bit early for it. So thanks for the save.
Actually, it would have been okay what Luke did if you weren't married.
It's no trouble at all. I've been told I have a gift for catching pretty ladies, being a great catch myself.
Is that so? Would you say you'll be able to catch if another man were to pitch?
Perhaps, but I wouldn't know. I don't play baseball, Mint.
Right. Of course you don't. Since you are here, I don't suppose Mrs. Wright is on her way down? It is 10:30 after all.
She'll be down here in a moment. For now, you have me. Can't I just chat with a good friend?
I don't think a night where we talk like two drunk Egypts makes us good friends. And if you have any bit of sense, it's better to forget that night ever happened.
What? Why not? It was a good night, if a bit boring.
You know exactly why. We both know what your intentions were that night. And to find out that you're married? If there's even an ounce of decency in you, if you'd like the world to be a little less messed up, you'll remember your wife and what you almost did to your Mrs. Wright.
Well, no need to be such a killjoy about it.
You know we're going back and doing the playthrough where we fuck them, right? You know that's gonna happen.
Marianne! I hope I haven't kept you waiting too long. I know we agreed we'd start at 10 o'clock, but mornings just simply do not agree with me. Not one bit. It's been like this since I've been in university.
We will continue mispronouncing your name.
I see you're up, darling. You know, you could have woken me up as well. Were you showing Marianne around? Not that there's much to see. This place is so tiny compared to the mansion.
Oh yes, just showing her around and getting to know each other. Isn't that right, Marianne?
Yes, of course. And your butler was making breakfast a while ago. So if you want to get right to that...
Breakfast would be lovely.
The story does good with the lulls. Like I said, I definitely couldn't play Deathmark on Steam because YouTube would not be okay with that. Plus, it never lets up. It's just constant unsettling at all times. At least this has periods of time where it's not unsettling. I tried to cook some pancakes earlier. It turned out badly. Sometimes it turns out good.
You know, I was a tiny
time.
bit serious when I said I wanted a helipad.
And you're not serious about the greenhouse, the vineyard, and the stables?
Well, I do want those too, but I know you'll agree to those.
We're talking about interiors here, honey. You don't handle exterior designs and whatever handles those sets of projects do you, Marianne?
I'm able, actually, and willing to take a project of that nature. I was an architect in Ireland before. Of course, that's another contract entirely. I also suggest we finish the house itself before working on any additions to the rest of the property. There won't be any problems about ownership this time, will there? Pardon if I'm crossing a line, but the acquisition was rather quick.
Oh, don't you worry. We've got everything sorted this time around. I've talked to Miss Cooper and Mr. John from BRC, as well as the old owners.
They're alive?
Everything has been paid in full, and all we're waiting for is the paperwork from the land registry. They're letting us move in as soon as we please.
Pretty sure this is the day
it's
that
not like they
Moose
were living there
dies.
in the first place.
That's good to hear. The problems that could arise from renovating another person's home would be... well, let's not dwell on it. First off, we'll want to know how you want the place to look. It's pretty furnished as is, but I understand if you want to modernize the whole thing.
Actually, I'd prefer to keep the place looking as it is, but at the same time, I want modern appliances. You worked on the Ludgate's Christchurch summer residence. I do remember there being an oven I thought was a simple drawer before. Make them look vintage, antique, blend in with the rest of the decor.
Customize appliances then. I can't find someone for that, and if you can't tell me what you specifically want, it'll hasten up the process. We're talking about electronic appliance manufacturers. If you have a preferred brand to work with.
Splendid! So, what is next on our agenda? All the other interior designers we've hired in the past did not have us this involved.
We'll have to figure out what you want to do with the rooms. Here, we can have a quick run through.
What is that little room next to the master's bedroom?
Oh, as far as I could tell when I saw it, it's a second bedroom of sorts. Used, apparently, for the ladies in waiting who has served Lady Charlotte Ermengarde, which is strange, as that isn't the norm for these sorts of houses.
Well, we're not stuffing Johans in there. He won't fit. You don't suppose we could turn it into a walk-in closet and a dressing room?
I love fashion, but do we really need to turn an entire room into a walk-in closet, dear? We'll have large closets and a wardrobe in the bedroom already.
Says the one who takes 3/5 of our closet. Well, what do you suggest we do with it?
I thought a utility room of some sort would be nice. A craft room where I can do fun things. Or maybe a children's room might be nice. You know, for when Kylie comes over. Or if Rochelle visits once she's had a baby.
A children's room is
One,
actually
you are not
a great
inviting
idea.
that witch. And two, there's a whole mansion for Kylie to play in. We don't need a children's room, and you don't even do arts and crafts. I'd like to turn the guest's room and the study into my personal office, by the way, if you don't mind.
You can turn it into a personal office if I can have my utility room. It's just the one room of the many. I'm taking that room for myself, no matter what you say, dearie. So you might as well take this deal. You're always out doing business anyway. The real problem is the theater. Whatever are we going to do with all that space?
Fine, we could turn it into our own personal cinema, I suppose. Might as well have it, if you plan on not having a telly in the parlor.
Yes, well, I don't want guests to be glued to the telly when they come over for a meal and some tea. By the looks of things, we can keep the rooms as what they are on the ground floor, though. The ballroom would be perfect for parties.
Do we really need a dining hall, though? I don't suppose we can't convert it into a garage.
What for? You can park your cars outside.
What about that room, right there, in the northwest corner?
That's sleeping quarters for the household help?
Oh, that is perfect! Johans will be glad if we have other staff members who stayed in. It'd be convenient so they don't have to make the trip from Luxbourne to the mansion when they're needed.
You'll definitely need a lot more people to maintain a property of this size.
The mansion is really a lot bigger than I thought. Look at all these rooms. I didn't even know there was a music room next to the parlor because of what happened.
There was a grand piano in there too, when we checked during the tour.
Did you hear that, Luke? Maybe you can take up playing the piano
Now
again.
you can play Unravel for Tokyo
Oh, you
Ghoul.
should have seen him when we were younger.
Season 1 was good. The rest of it
That
sucked.
was very good.
Here's the thing, I understand
Oh, hush.
Kaneki beating the shit out of Jason, but why the fuck did he join the bad guys?
He'd come over to my home.
Even if it was meant to protect the other people, it was a dumb idea.
He'd sing too.
Dumbass.
Dance, and it was just. Anyway, what do you think of these plans, Marianne?
Are we not even going to consider one of my requests? Not even just a closet or just a garage? Now, that isn't fair, is it? You're not the only one who's going to be living here.
I hardly see how that's unfair. I told you you're getting your office and your theater, the greenhouse, the vineyard, and the stables. That sounds fair, does it not, Marianne?
Mr. Royd, your plan isn't quite feasible from an architectural perspective. I'm not even sure how much we can do without closer inspection. Well, the one about the garage, at least. A walk-in closet is easy enough, but the garage?
See, a garage isn't architecturally feasible, and it isn't going to be financially sound as well. We're already going to spend a lot on your other requests. You have several acres of land to park on already.
What? Did you calculate that on the fly?
You know, you are rich enough, you could just build a separate building as a garage. I've seen
Might I
buildings like
remind you
that.
that I was a financial manager? I also looked over and approved the expenses of our other houses. I know the rough cost of these things by now, love. Masters in business administration, major in accounting. Sometimes I think you forget that I'm not as dumb as I act.
Business administration and accounting? What university?
Luxbourne U, of course. Go Lux Dragons, red and gold.
Excuse me, how about we move on this chit-chat ahead and do whatever else needs to be done sometime today? I had to cancel my appointments for this, you know. We might as well do a proper inspection with the designer
What
this
appointments?
time,
You just
to
go to
get it
a
out of the
bar
way.
and fuck random women.
Yes, no time like
You
the present.
married bastard.
You want a thorough inspection? Might as well do it now. We actually took another look at the property yesterday, though it was brief. But I'm sure you would want to see it yourself, to spot anything we might have missed.
Nope. You know what? I feel very tempted that I want to check out this. Oh wow, it actually shows me all the characters in order. Okay, so Marianne is super positive of Hannah. You know. So we're really good with everyone. But look at these curves. Then again, it's kind of hard to draw an anime girl that isn't sexy. She is not good with Luke. Really good with Marianne. Bare minimum of everybody. Really good with Zach. Not so much with Marianne, Rebecca. Really good with Ashton. Zach. Really good with Isabella. Ashton. Though he's dead. Can't click these people yet. Okay. You know what? I want to look at the journal? "26 years old." Or is that a 20 with a tilde? Is that supposed to be a 26, or is that a 20 with a little dash above it? Let's make comparisons. Becca. I haven't played as her yet. 30. 31. Okay. British, American, Irish, Filipino, Roman Catholic, Anglican, Agnostic, Roman Catholic, You know what? Yeah, I want to see it now. Oh, wow. How am I only 0%? How do I scroll? Do I click this? Yes. Wow! Holy crap. It's not what I wanted to do. The hell would the bottom path have been? So it would have been possible to not die? Holy crap. There is so much to this story. I'm glad I waited to this point to look at it. Wow. This is intense. I am definitely very interested to see the other paths.
Alright, Hans, we're going to go in, but I want you to look around the place. Familiarize yourself with it. Know every nook and cranny, every inch of the lot. Go and see where we can put that vineyard and the other things we talked about. We'll want to know where to station security as well, so go around the perimeter and figure it out.
Scout the property and circle the perimeter on foot. You do know this is 46 acres of land, sir.
Well, you are not driving a car over the grass. Put those long, spidery legs of yours to good use. I didn't hire you to stand around and look intimidating.
Couldn't he have like a mountain
mush.
moped? Like a mountain bike? With an engine? Must be.
Sometimes I think you hired me to make me suffer for your amusement.
So what do you think? Certainly we can't turn this area into a garage.
It's Jacobean architecture. I'd say these would be pilasters and not buttresses, but you never really know. They really liked mixing up these elements. You could say it was pretty avant-garde at the time. We might hit a support beam if we're not careful.
And in layman's terms?
From what I see here, we could risk great damage to the house if we try to turn the dining hall into a garage.
This will stay a dining hall then. But if I may have another request instead, at least spruce the place up with some flowers, some plants or something. It feels so old and dead in here.
That's hardly unreasonable. Daffodils are a must, I presume.
Zoom must be a wedding flower or something? You guys have a terrible relationship. You shouldn't be married.
Of course. And I want a garden full of them.
Now, if you excuse me,
You're
I'd like to look at the
obsessive, but
rest of the house. I'll just be around here downstairs if anybody needs me.
He's quite fond of them, you know.
I can imagine. He looked terribly upset when we told him he can't have his garage.
I meant the daffodils. We always have a vase full of them in every house we own. Somewhere, I'd like to think. They may be about his mother. He never talks about her. I don't even know her name. He likes to flatter, claim that they remind him of me, but he's always loved the flowers, even before we married. I'll go and snoop about upstairs. You go and do whatever it is that you have to do.
Well, we have a choice. I'm sure he shits blood.
Locked? Oh, come on now.
You know who we haven't seen in a while? The ghost. Piano?
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. You didn't need to post that. Why? Why did you post it?
Isn't it common sense
It's
that
too
locked
late
doors
now
mean
to
someone
delete
wants a
it.
bit of
Now we
privacy?
just have to live with
You didn't try to break the door down.
Or did you just want to see me again that badly without the misses? I don't see why you would, though, Mint. Nothing really happened between us.
Well, I wasn't looking for whiskey. I was just going around to do my inspection. Thought it needed a push,
That was a
just
little
in case
clip.
the door was stuck and actually needed
Like
repairs.
Jordan Jacks played down.
So you really
posted
are
a
some
thing
fancy
about
interior designer,
Cowboy
huh?
Bebop. It was an edit
Had you told
where
me
Spike
you were
was
one,
talking.
I would have called you a piss taker. I figured you'd be, I don't know, an assistant going for a drink after a week with a tosser of a boss.
I'm just glad you thought me any sort of professional with how ossified I was. I must have not looked the part, so I understand your surprise.
At first glance, Hana didn't look like some fancy finance manager when I first met her either. She was the pretty daughter of this rich, powerful man. When she was introduced, they told me that she was not there as the man's daughter, but as a part of management. I thought it dubious. All the beautiful women I knew before her, they used their looks to get what they want. And there she was, with all that she could ever need in life. And yet she works hard to earn her keep.
It sounds like you admire her.
And yet, you fuck random bitches at a bar.
You enjoy your job, don't you, Mint?
It helps me earn my keep, as you would put it. A bit strange to say out loud, but it gives me purpose as well.
Do you think then that, maybe, Hana would want to go back to being a working person?
What? Well, that's a big choice.
Shouldn't you be asking her this? Isn't her opinion much more important than that of someone you just met in a pub a few nights ago?
I'm sure Zach won't be the only person that dies. Though I could have saved him, but...
You're a woman and I figured you might know more. I mean, people are always saying that women are fulfilled by having husbands and having a good home. But then, I see ones like you who look happy having jobs. Maybe she's like you, and having a job would be better for her.
Just because I'm a woman? You do know we don't all think the same way. But I don't know, I'm not married or anything, but this shouldn't be a complicated matter. She's your wife for how many years? Talk to her, ask her what she wants. Don't you guys talk during supper or something?
Well, I should let you get back to work. Thanks for talking with me, I suppose.
Right. But anything goes awry if you take my advice, just remember that I'm not some marriage counselor. So take it with a grain of salt.
My marriage goes down the shitter, I'll sue you. Noted.
Wait, that's not...
Damn.
Odd guy. Still needs a good arse kicking if you ask me.
Who? Hello? Are we just gonna gloss over that? I'm sure this won't have any issues. Yep, we're gonna have to mess with that, aren't we?
You can come in. Door's not locked.
Yep.
All right. I'm coming. Just hold on.
Yep. Yep, that's... Always gonna think Evil Dead when I see this shit. Always gonna think Evil Dead. You know what? Why don't we have that? What? Like, open the cellar and Bruce Campbell.
Is somebody stuck down there? Fuck!
Kitty cat. Is it your kitty cat? For Bart? You did at least see the ghost briefly, but you ignored the fuck out of it. You just saw a trapdoor open on its own. And there's an empty darkness and knocking. Yes, we're going to be attacked by Australia. That reminds me. Gray still plays. Go check out that channel. It's hilarious. Well, we're in the wine cellar. Yeah, that does seem like a terrible idea. You probably break your damn leg. How? Why don't you? Why does no one carry flashlights?
These stairs need work, that's for sure.
Okay, so one dude was probably drinking down here because there's a fucking glass.
Oh, we're bound to get a quick time event.
What a waste of wine. Why is it so sticky though? Ugh.
Yeah, wine's not supposed to be sticky or thick. It's almost like it's blood.
Maybe it's not wine. Go on, touch it. I dare ya.
There's this voice. Oh, it's your friend that killed herself. I'm sorry. Are you a good ghost? That's here to save us from the other one?
What am I, 5 years old? Oh, damn it, it's stuck under my shoe.
I double dare you. Hell, I double dog dare you. Don't be such a scaredy cat. It's probably wine. What else could it be?
Blood? Don't be ridiculous. Why would there be blood down here? What's this then?
So it's a secret room.
Ooh, could it be an adventure then? A secret passage. There must be a hidden switch somewhere. Go look. This is the most interesting thing you've done by far.
You are kind of just pushing us on, aren't you?
surprised. What's wrong?
You? That's not possible. You're...
Aren't you happy to see a dear old friend, though? I'm hurt, I am.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, isn't it obvious? I come back for you, so that we can be together again.
That's a bit mischievous looking. Mischievous is an understatement there.
No! Leave me alone!
Leave you alone? But I just got here.
Hi, Johans.
I wasn't talking to you, just thinking aloud is all.
You should really avoid talking to yourself, Kint. Do more of that and others will think you're insane.
Yes, thank you. Is that all you're here for, or has your master sent you running down here for something?
Oh, no, I am just down here to admire the place. I've not been inside before. I thought I would look around before we return to the city. The car is already running, you see, and I suggest you go back to the foyer, unless you wish to be left behind. It seems you are in good company already, after all, with this house and your imaginary friend.
Wait, we're leaving already? But I haven't finished inspecting the rest of the house.
Be that as it may, there's a sulking man-child up there who wishes to go home. We are all subject to his whims, lest he throw a tantrum.
And we wouldn't want any soiled knickers or spilled milk. Why don't you go head on and I'll be right there.
Very well. Do be careful on your way back. I saw some broken glass on the way and it would not do to cut yourself on them.
I will, yeah. Just tell Mr. Wright not to blow a gasket or anything. I'll be just a minute.
Oh, I'm sure it's perfectly innocuous. Hello? Yes. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. On YouTube. Bye.
About time. What took you so long? A minute longer and I'd think the house swallowed you all up.
Oh, hush, dear. I'm sure she has her reasons. Marianne doesn't seem the sort to idle.
Sorry, I was just checking on something important.
See, business is business and they take time, love. You should know that better than anyone. So, Marianne, what do you think? Are you the woman for the job? I know we already signed papers hiring you, but I want to be 100% sure that you are committed.
It's certainly an interesting project. You can be sure I'm seeing it through the end.
Such dedication! Oh, I do love the determination.
You were always determined like that, weren't you?
Ellipses the game. Are we getting another QuickTime event? In my restless dreams, I see that mirror. The one in the study. The one that she thought was a painting at first that Hannah did. And in it I see her. I see them. Them who? Lorainne and Hannah. Hannah and Lorainne.
Poor pathetic Marianne. Work, work, work.
That's not very nice of you. At least
She'll
this doesn't
work
count as
herself to
nudity.
death. See, she doesn't listen. That's all she did. Look at what happened to me.
They talk amongst themselves with cruel smiles and venomous tongues. Yes, that actually is very accurate. Okay, rather to themselves, two heads, one body. A horrible mockery of these women, as if they were one and the same.
More's the pity. Life goes on and goes out, and she doesn't even see it.
Do you think she'll even realize when she's kicked the bucket herself?
When they say a person has a hard time telling when they're in a dream, it was true often enough. Even with this bizarre sight, even with the obvious implication that it isn't real, I can't help but feel distress. I'd be more concerned if it felt okay with
Likely.
this.
Is that any way to live at all? She might as well be dead.
You're gonna wind up staring at us at
Cruel
some
fate,
point.
but she's alive and I'm... well...
Maybe we're gonna fix that? When they speak to each other's ears, tones low and hushed, I can hear them as clear as day. Their whispers pervade the air, heavy and oppressive. They bury and dig into my head like tiny maggots, worming their way into my skull. Yep, they looked at us. We all knew that was coming. Yep, they noticed my presence. Yeah, I've been here. Yep, I'm pretty sure at no point should you ever feel safe being looked at like that. Characters smiles, each other on their faces, mimicking each other grotesquely.
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie?
Too long.
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite. Unless you ask, that is.
Have you been looking at us? Spying?